but not ophthalmology. So most of you must be knowing much more than what I know of the new trends in ophthalmology. So I chose this topic. "50 years of my journey in ophthalmology." And yes, in ophthalmology, and I should add elsewhere, that is non-ophthalmological field also. During the Doctors' Day celebrated by Kottayam IMA on July 1st, as you know, the chief guest, the current principal of Kottayam Medical College, who is also the psychiatry professor, that is Dr. Varghese Kundu, was stressing on the need for doctors to have another venue where they can do something and feel relaxed and find enjoyment. Because as you know, the lifespan of doctors is less than the public, and the suicide rate of doctors is higher than the average rate. So we work under stressful conditions and undergo stressful situations, and we don't know what to do about it. So it is important that you find venues where you can find enjoyment. That is very important. So I would add not only ophthalmology but elsewhere also in life, my journey through that. I extend my respectful pranamam to my Prabhakaran sir, my first guru in ophthalmology. Do you know the word meaning of guru? Anybody? It's a wonderful word. It is a Sanskrit word, guru. Gu means darkness. Yes, you know. Darkness. Ru means one who removes it. Such a wonderful meaning, no? So, who removes darkness from inside you? That is guru. There is no equivalent word in any other language, I would say. Next slide. Looking at the previous awardees, it was started in 21. This is Professor Namrata Sharma, Professor in charge of Cornea, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi. The second was in 22, same mistake there. Professor Cyril Dorairaj, Professor in charge of Cataract and Glaucoma, Mayo Clinic, Florida. And the third recipient in 23 was Professor Sushmita Kaushik, PGI Chandigarh. Beside them, I feel really humbled. But my consolation is that if Prabhakaran sir is watching from above, he'll be very happy. He'll be saying in his booming voice, "Oh, ഇപ്രാവശ്യം ശോഭന കാണല്ലേ, എനിക്ക് വളരെ സന്തോഷമാണ് ഇത് പറയുന്നത്." I'm happy and proud to say that though I worked with sir for only 4 years, I was one of his favorite students and assistants. Next slide, please. The start of my journey, it started on March 23rd, 1973, when I joined as student in ophthalmology in Kozhikode, Calicut Medical College. Actually, I didn't choose ophthalmology. Ophthalmology chose me because I was going to get married to Dr. Mohandas, who was working in dermatology in Calicut Medical College. So I wanted to join Government Medical College service. So I was waiting for the PSC calls. So the first call came from ophthalmology department and I applied. There was no written test those days. I went to Trivandrum for the interview and got selection and got appointment. This is how I joined ophthalmology. I think I am the first PSC tutor from our 10th batch. I guess my classmates are there. I'm very happy to see them, as you can see. Later I started liking the subject Then I loved the subject, to learn more, to teach and to practice. I was in Prabhakaran Sir's unit. As you know, he's a towering personality with a loud voice. He was very straightforward, with malice towards none. And sometimes he was very strict. He used to scold me also, but I knew he was really a well-wisher of mine. You know how surgery was done those days, as even described, the 3-cell torch with a big face. That was the typical torch. And first thing before doing surgery was to learn to hold the torch steadily for the surgeon. Yeah, it's not as easy as you think. If your mind wanders, even for a second, the focus will be gone. And Prabhakaran sir will shout because he will be doing the cataract surgery on the table. So that we were all afraid of because he will, in the Ashwabhaneda, he was very kind-hearted and a true well-wisher of mine. I was in second unit, so I took the baby steps in ophthalmology and was initiated into ophthalmic surgery by Prabhakaran sir. I joined after, I was lucky. To get the posting also I was lucky because just behind my rank was another person who was the daughter of the health secretary then. So if she wants to get the posting, I should be posted first. So I got the posting very quickly in March itself. Then MS ophthalmology also I was lucky because that year this tutor quota was introduced and I was the first in Kerala to join in the tutor quota PG from 75 to 77. Next. You can see here, Prabhakaran, that is a typical appearance with the thick glass, you would remember. Next is Shankaran sir, whom I consider as my second guru. Then flanked by the young and handsome Venu sir. I am very thankful to Venu sir because I personally called him and he said, I am not so good these days, but if I am feeling all right, I will come. Thank you sir for coming. But is also not there because of his grandson's choro in Mangalore. Another person I really miss is my elder sister, Sudha, who is Sudechi universally to everybody. Then I miss Indira Varma also, who is a close friend of mine. And so also Vijayalakshmi was one of my favorite students PG students in Kottayam. You can see Shaila madam there, looking so beautiful. Premlada madam, who is no more. Saraswati, also no more. Then this is me. Hope you can recognize me. And this is Prabhakaran K.P. Subramanian, who left us recently. Up to 2000, the eye was ophthalmology was a single speciality, a beautiful, complete organ as you can see. But after 2000, it was split up into so many parts. Adnexa, then lids and adnexa, cornea, nobody for conjunctiva, I think. Cornea, glaucoma, cataract, retina has two parts. One is medical retina and the other is retinal surgeon. Of course, the new diagnostic and therapeutic modalities are there to give very appropriate and accurate treatment. Like we were all jack of all trades. We used to do, even now it must be like that, no? I don't know, Suma. We used to do all kinds of surgeries. Like apart from cataract and glaucoma, doses correction, entropion, ectropion, orbitotomies, and here sometimes lateral orbitotomy. I remember removing worms from the eye. Then I remember removing an intraocular foreign body. There was no proper magnet. So I held the other magnet over the pars plana and through the incision touching the magnet, I introduced a iris repositor. That was magnetized and the foreign body came out. Post-operative was okay. I lost him for further evaluation. Next. Some cases were common during 70s and 80s and no longer seen. One is trachoma stage 4, very irritable eyes, seen in old ladies. I remember mostly in Kottayam. Old ladies I should not say because I also belong to that category which I don't want. So very irritable eyes with symblophron, cicatrician entropion, vascularized cornea, everything. Then bilateral corneal blindness also you don't see anymore. Mostly due to chickenpox you can see heterologoma, anterior staphyloma, etc. Next. Steven-Johnson syndrome also. The severe form, that was because of the delay in seeking medical ophthalmological treatment. Very irritated eyes. Later also, some were blind. The first drug to have this was sulfa. Later, sulfa was stopped being used. Then carbamazepine. That is also less commonly used now. Then whiteout spots. After 19, I haven't seen a single case of whiteout spots because of the nutrition status has improved a lot. Keratomalacia, I have seen few cases. Next. Ophthalmia notorum. Gonococcal, one or two only I have seen. Non-gonococcal, chlamydia was a little common. Bilateral mature cataract also you don't see nowadays. POAG blindness. That is also not seen nowadays. Those days when elderly people become like gradually blind, they take it for granted that it is due to cataract. And when they approach us, it has gone on to the almost blindness stage. Then Flinton, less commonly seen. Fascicular ulcer, it is that marginal ulcer with vascularization. That also we don't see. That was considered typical of tuberculous origin. Nowadays, what I see is scleritis is the more common presentation of tuberculosis in the eye. Next. Rhinosporidiosis of the conjunctival, waterborne fungus, not seen anymore. In the lacrimal sac also. Eels disease supposed to be of tuberculosis etiology also has become less common. Next. After MS in ophthalmology, we were shifted to Kottayam, much against our wishes. You know what northern Kerala people think of southern Kerala people. So said, everybody said, be careful, you are going to Kottayam. But it was a good turning point. It was a good turning point in our life. Looking at the magnificent buildings we have in Calicut. But in Kottayam, the hospital building was good, but the college building and administrative block were very pathetic looking. I was disappointed. The inside of Kottayam Medical College was wonderful. And I started realizing that very good staff-student relationship, interpersonal relationship. It was so good. And Kottayam Public accepted junior doctors also. We were allowed private practice then, and we could establish good private practice during our evening free hours, because as seniors would know, the salary was really miserable. Next. So in Kottayam, the HOD was Professor T. Gopinatha Menon. We used to call him with respect and and affection. Gopi sir. He is my third guru in ophthalmology. I remember him with much gratitude. He was a good clinician, good surgeon, and very good to everybody with a good, very good sense of humor. IMA president, he must have gone. He said he is gynecologist. I remember a joke which was said by Gopi sir. And these three were very good friends also. So they used to go to the All India conference together. And at the entrance, at some conference hall, there was a big eye made of something, and they had to pass through the eye to reach the venue. Appo Govi sir araya, oh, bhagyan nammal gynecology vaangiyath. And I remember he was full of jokes like that. There's no end if I start talking about it. And I said, my first keratoplasty and squint surgery I did under his guidance during 78-79. ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം സ്ക്വിൻറ്റിൻ്റെ സാർ പറഞ്ഞു ശോഭന വാഷ് ചെയ്യും, ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചു it was to assist him. Then he made me at the head and said, you do, I'll assist you. And really thankful to Gopi sir. He was very more proactive, though there was no PG course there because he had training in London and the WHO fellowship. Thank you, Gopi sir. Next. Yes, you see this KSO is full form, Kerala State Ophthalmological Society. That is how it was started. This is the 8th annual conference, and the young lady here offering the vote of thanks for the KSO's annual conference in 81 in Kottayam. The attendance was less than around 50, I think. It was such a small organization that I am offering the vote of thanks. That is Gopi sir sitting there. This is Indiana. Next. This was taken at the time of retirement of Gopi sir. On his left is Sundari, Dr. Professor of Medicine Sundari Menon, Shaila Madam, Dr. Devagi, who is no more, Sakriya Thomas sir, is also no more. Alex, I don't know whether you know, Dr. Venu, J. Thomas, George Pitt, Sylvia Kulen, Alex Joseph, these were the staff. Of course, Venkadai sir, who is also no more. Next. This 1980. Under the National Program for Control and Prevention of Blindness, the central government allotted a mobile eye unit to the Kerala state. So the Subramanian sir, who was the professor in charge of Trivandrum RIO, said, oh, this is Gopi, so Gopi sir took up the challenge of starting the mobile unit. Of course, some funds were given, and this is the big mobile eye unit van. You can see the staff. So it was started in 1980. OP camps in operation, camps in all districts from Palakkad to Kollam, and mega operation camps were in Guruvayur every year, organized by the Rotary Club of Chavakad. 100 patients used to be operated. We were all quick surgeons. Suture was put, cryo extraction of cataract was done, and AVT correction done later. Next. My most gratifying experience in my professional life has been the operation camps I could conduct in Noranad Leprosy Sanatorium. Anybody has been inside that? No. It is in Alleppey district. It is a township, huge campus inhabited by the unfortunate people, marginalized and discarded by both family and the society. Even after curing the disease, because of the telltale deformities, they were not accepted into society. We heard such sad tales from the patients. ഒരാളുടെ മകളുടെ കല്യാണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. He was hoping, oh, എനിക്ക് വീട്ടിൽ പോയി കല്യാണം ഉണ്ടാകും. And you know what they said? അച്ഛൻ പ്ലീസ് വരണ്ട അത് പറയാനാണ് അവർ വന്നത്. The joy on the patients, some are blind due to cataract, and where can they go? No operation, all the patients they will accept them. So we conducted operation camps every year. The joy on the face of the patients the next day when the bandages were removed was tremendous. I still remember a lady saying, "Oh, bandage undavulo, 1 or 2 meters no, aphakia." Even then she was so happy because bilateral mature cataract she had. So she was saying, "Oh, ini kandondu chorunallo." Doctor ഒരുപാട് നന്ദിയുണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. This is the meeting. You can see the conditions here. Next. I was in Cotton as an engineer set to 2003 and I became professor at HOD in 1998 till retirement in 2003. Next. This on my retirement. You can see all the beautiful ladies and very few gents, as is the case even now. Yes, next. What I could do for the department. This was a big achievement those days. Venusaar is also a Lion now.
Okay.
Lions Club, Rotary. This International Lions Club has a site first program with annual grant. Being in the government service, we were always short of funds. I don't know, nowadays it is so much better. You get a lot of money for buying equipments and upgrading. So we got this grant, and it was the first time a government medical college was getting the grant. Usually the big private institutions like Aravind managed to get all the money and they run a Lions hospital. Of course they do a tremendously good job. Next. First CME program organized by the department in 1999, because that was also my luck, because in 99 government started giving an amount. It was 15,000 nowadays. Nowadays how much? 30. So I happened to be there and they organized the first CME and he was the guest speaker and these two. Anybody knows him? He's no more. Dr. Babu Rajendran was a towering personality both physically and in ophthalmological field. I remember watching his presentation, Rapture, the beautiful PowerPoint presentation. Those days this was Dr. Venugopal from Manipal. He also was a good speaker. And that is being continued every year, even now. Next. Started drug bank in the department, nothing official. Then it's very difficult to do anything official. So we started a drug bank. We will collect the samples from the staff and put it in the department for distribution. Also a poor fund, because the degree of poverty was much more than what you see today. Some people, patients, didn't have the money to go back. So we used to have a poor fund. And I put up a comments book in the department, because if something untoward happens, there is nobody to say, sometimes maybe years, to say a good word about the department. You should have proof. Otherwise they'll say, oh, they were. But I knew we had a good impression of the department among the public also. So a comments book, I knew the patients will be happy when they go. So I put up the comment box book in the wards. And I try to improve the overall functioning of the department, more efficient and positive. UG and PG teaching classes were rescheduled and conducted very well. Next. Nayatradana. What is happening nowadays? This was a very popular method of doing social service. Very easy to, if any Vayanashalaya sports club or service project The easiest thing is print lots of maybe 200 copies of the pledge form, get it signed by youngsters in their 20s, and hand over the pledge forms to us in a public function. And lots of these pledge forms were in the department, making a nuisance of themselves. But I tried to popularize Netradhanam. This meeting conducted by the Kerala Police Department, and after the meeting, they handed over these pledge forms. I said, I will return this to each person to frame this pledge form and keep it in their home in a prominent position, so that when the policeman or woman dies, the children feel obliged to inform us. And I instructed the PG students who will be attending the phone call at midnight during monsoon to be positive in their approach, not like indifferent and just like the other government departments. And those grace marks for giving the pledge form by the NCC candidates, that was real nonsense, because 17-year, during this professional admission time, there will be a big crowd in the OP, all coming for the pledge form. And they ask, we have to give, no? So they will give it and take that slip from the end and get grace marks of 10. I called the NCC officer in hotel. I said, what nonsense is this? This has to be stopped. And ultimately they stopped it. Next. As Ranjini also said earlier, I was invited to faculty in almost all the CMEs and KSOs also. This Fundus quiz program I conducted for API conference, for the Silver Jubilee conference. Next. This was a proud moment for me as PG teacher. In Drishti 2001 in Cochin, there is a PG paper competition session, no? In the memory of Professor Subramanian sir of Trivandrum. 4 of the 5 finalists were my girls from Kottayam. I felt really happy, because even now it must be so. In KSOS, the government doctors are the underprivileged class. All the smart ones and financially well-up private institutions will be doing all the presentations, most of the presentations, impressing everybody. So we used to watch, oh, what luck. So this was a doubly sweet. And the finalists were also, first and second were also from Kottayam. This has never happened before and after, as I know. Of course, published, that is part of in KJO. This has been prepared by my grandson. There are few spelling mistakes. By the time it was finished, his bus was also time to go for him. So the final correction has been not been done. So KJO and all those also the ALS journey. We in medical college service, we tend to do all the routine work, but unless there is somebody to pull or push you from behind, we don't do for other extra work. That's a big disadvantage I see. Next. Another advantage of working in Kottayam has been the PG entrance coaching classes. First started in '98 by the Kottayam Alumni Association. It became so popular that nearly 1,000 students used to attend the sessions from May to November, during which the classes are taken. It was a really exhilarating experience. I used to enjoy that. And we were invited, we means me and my husband, both were invited as taking class for the PG runs in Tiruvandhuram, Thrissur, Bangalore, Chennai, Erode. That was an unforgettable experience. Next. Ophthalmology department was like a big family of doctors and paramedical staff with very good bonding and camaraderie. Just a few snaps. Yes. Post-retirement, first I was working in 4 hospitals in Kottayam. Now I was only in 1 hospital. This is the Bharat Hospital Multi-Speciality Hospital in Kottayam town. It is a happy working place, no interference, nothing. And my former students are my friends there now. In the evenings, both of us do private practice at home. Next, this is the staff, that is the founder of Bharat Hospital. Next, KOS. I thought KOS, we are also KOS, Kottayam Ophthalmic Society. It was started in 2003. I thought it was started in 2000 or 2001. Or I was thinking we were the elder sister to KOS here, but no, it was started in 88, but not live. No? Partly live only. So it was started in, I was the founder president, 3 to 5. And this is my secretary. It was inaugurated by the then KSOS president, Dr. Jayant, who is no more. Previous secretary is no more, and PA Mohan. My secretary was Anna James, and my treasurer was Mercy Matthew, who is also no more. So a women's team, and we did very well during those days. And I am still active in the activities. Next, this year. And we would conduct the Drishti in 2004, that is after a gap of 21 years. I showed you the photo of my vote of thanks, and it took 23 years to conduct a Drishti again. And we would conduct it in a good way. Next. This is the inaugural function. Not Dr. Amin Matthew of Malayalam inaugurated the decision. You can see Alex Joseph. Next. I was IMA president in 2008. 2 good things I could do was, one was finishing we have a 2-story very good building of AMA. Now the 3rd floor is for GMAN, for health. So 3-story building we have. And another point was the issue of violence against doctors was not so much as of now, but even then sporadically it was happening. So I conducted a meeting on that, chaired by former Chief Justice of Supreme Court, K.T. Thomas, and attended by MLA, MP, Superintendent of Police, etc. It was a good session. Next. This is my husband. We too were honored on Doctor's Day in 2013, I think. We were called upon earlier, but we said usually it is the elderly people who are honored. We said we'll wait for a few more years. Then it was done 2013. Next. And Vima. See the beautiful ladies of Kottayam Vima. Yeah, we have a active eye for the founder president in 12 to 14. I take part in the academic and cultural activities of Vima also. Next. Lionism. I could get the grant because we were members of the Lions Club. I was 3 times the president of Lions Club, and it has certainly helped me in my personal development. So this is, during one celebration, this is me. I was always part of the Tiruvadara and other dances. That is a few more of the ladies. Next. KGMCF3, Kottayam Medical College, Kottayam Government Medical College Former Faculty Forum. This is the only such organization in Kerala for former faculty. Maybe India, maybe the whole world. It is going on very well. Next. Other interests are travel, elsewhere, no? Travel, reading, music, dance, gardening, cooking, stitching. I enjoy cooking, special food. Routine cook I don't have to do. Maybe that is why I enjoy the special cooking more. So I make a lot of dishes. They are some of my friends, mostly non-doctors. Next. And drawing I enjoy. This is few of the pen and pencil pieces I have done. Next. Yes, this also. Female figure is always in a subject of drawing. I do enjoy drawing that. Next. I have been fortunate that my husband also enjoys travel, and we have a traveling group. We have seen many places in India. There are so many places of historical importance as well as natural beauty, like Nalanda, Bodh Gaya, of course Kashmir is the Meghalaya, Kohima. Usha and Soman were with us for few of our trips, and abroad also. Europe, US, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Bali, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. So I feel gratitude for all the good things that has happened in my life. Next. Yes, this is at Hampi. Hampi is also a very good tourist spot. That is our traveling group. Next. I am active in batch meetings also. That is why some of my friends, classmates, friends have turned up here at my request on a Sunday morning. Thank you again, my dear classmates. Yeah, this was at Kumaragam, last meeting. I am the only 10th batcher in Kottayam, and I could organize a good meeting in Kumaragam. Next. So I consider fortunate in myself. I am not boasting. I say this all in gratitude and humility. So where does your fortune start? It starts from the family you are born. I was lucky to be born into the family. Achan was a government officer known for his integrity and efficiency. Jyoti is our close cousin's daughter. And you know what is the name of the place where this is situated? Anybody know? It is called Maya. Way back before the buildings came up, and it was supposed to be a haunted place. And Achan was in charge of land acquisition of that land. So he is happy about it. Happier that 4 of his daughters studied in Calicut Medical College, and 3 of us did PG also there. From 6th batch, 8th batch, and 10th batch, and 17th batch. We are a close-knit family, and that bonding extends to our next generation also. I'm married to Dr. P. Mohandas, former HOD of dermatology. He belongs to Ernakulam. Children, Rahul, are married, working in next slide please. This is a 73 photo when I got married. Yes, myself and husband Sudechi, the next Chechi, sisters and the husbands. And this is my only brother who is a REC graduate. Next. This already Rajini showed you. This is 73 marriage. We completed our golden jubilee last year. Next. This is the extended family, very happy family. We gathered for the Jesus wedding last year. Next. Happy moments when my former MBBS students, mostly girls, who later become ophthalmologists, they come and say, Madam, you were our inspiration to become ophthalmologists. So I'm very happy to hear that. And some of them say, you were our role model. That makes me even happier. Next. This was the template my grandson wanted for all the slides. I went for a more conventional one. So in this new era of suspicion and violence against doctors and healthcare personnel, try to make personal rapport with the patient, hold them by name, smile. This is for the younger people. call them by aim at smile. Smile is the first thing for the way into the heart of another person. First step towards bonding is smile. So if possible, smile. It never pays to get angry at a patient. It never. They will retaliate and you will later feel sorry for getting angry. See each patient as a person, not as a diagnosis or a case, and treatment to be personalized for each patient. Next. Have empathy. Like so many human qualities, empathy also some are born with, some acquire it by practice, and some will never. That is empathy. Important quality in life is enthusiasm. That is also very important. I was fond of telling my UG and PG students, you should have enthusiasm in life for doing things. Everything else will follow. And as you grow older, there should be a let go attitude and a little detachment. And don't neglect your family and friends for your profession. It never pays in the long run. Even with children, use your intellect, buddhi, and not your mind. Why? That is, mind is always governed by emotions. So don't make any decision by medicine. It should be buddhi, which has the ability to differentiate between what is good and what is not good. Next. And one important life lesson is, in life, change the things you can, accept the things you can't change, and have the wisdom to differentiate between the two. And my last word is practice ophthalmology as an art based on science. Thank you.